Hello, this is Angela from Natural Living Alchemy. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a recipe for a hibiscus limeade, and that is going to help cool you down as we enter these hot summer months. Now, I don't know about you, but I definitely struggle with heat, and I am always looking for a way just to help cool myself off, just to be more comfortable. So, what are some things that we could do that can help our bodies start to cool down if we're feeling ourselves getting a little bit overheated? I'm just going to give you a couple suggestions and just see which ones might work for you. You could try increasing your intake of vitamin C. And this is because vitamin C has been shown to help your body's tolerance to heat increase. And it does so by delaying any sweat gland fatigue that you may be experiencing. You could try eating spicy foods if that's something you can tolerate. Spicy foods are going to also help you sweat. All right. Anybody who's eaten spicy foods will tell you that. Now, we need to think about what sweating does, because that is one of your body's natural mechanisms that is already built in to help cool you down. You could avoid eating high protein rich foods because those require more energy for your body to digest. And digestion can also help increase your body's internal temperature. All right. So instead of eating large, heavy meals, try grazing or snacking. See if that helps. You could try eating foods that are rich in water, like watermelon, cantaloupe, and cucumber. You could drink some coconut water. That has been used in Ayurveda for its cooling properties and as a source of electrolytes. Another way that you could balance your electrolytes is with something called Soleil water. Now, I do have a video on this channel that is telling you how to make it, but it's super simple. Basically, it is water that has been saturated with pink Himalayan salt. So all you do is you take a teaspoon of this concentrated liquid, you put it in a glass of about 8 ounces of water. You just drink that first thing in the morning. And what that's going to do is it's going to give your body 84 trace nutrients and minerals that your body requires. All right. And those keeping our electrolytes in balance can definitely help keep our internal body temperature at a comfortable place. Now, like I said, I'm going to have that video linked in the description box below that I'm going to invite you to check that out. Some other things that you're going to find down there would be a link to the full written blog article that does accompany this video, as well as some links as to where you can get some of these things for yourself and you can make this beverage at home for you or your family. Some other things that you could do would include wearing loose clothing, especially ones that are light in color, because the lighter colors are going to reflect heat out, whereas darker colors are going to draw heat in. All right. And you could also try soaking your feet, because your feet contains pulse points where the blood vessels are just closer to the surface. And this can be very, very helpful, especially if you're noticing any lower body swelling. And lastly, you could consume food or drinks with a sour or a tart taste, like berries or citrus fruits, or this tasty hibiscus limeade. So let's talk a little bit about hibiscus and let's see why it is so beneficial in helping keep our bodies cool. All right, so hibiscus. The taste of hibiscus is sour. Now, sour is key because that is one flavor that actually does help quench your thirst. Other tastes of hibiscus is it's a bit astringent and it's also slightly sweet. So the primary actions that we are concerned with today and the bodily affinities that hibiscus has is it works as a refrigerant and it can help cool heat found in any organ system, especially when that organ system happens to be inflamed. And this works through some inflammation modulating properties and antioxidant compounds that hibiscus contains. And these effects are noticed more when you drink this as a cold infusion as opposed to a hot tea. Hibiscus contains mucilaginous properties, and that helps to protect, soothe, and cool any irritated or inflamed internal tissues. It works as a cardiotonic, helping to support your entire cardiovascular system. And it has the ability to lower your blood pressure. And it is also commonly used as a treatment for hypertension. And it also helps lower blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Energetically, hibiscus is cooling and it has some mixed moistening and drying properties, as well as some tonifying properties to it. So, what are some contraindications about when you would want to avoid hibiscus? Well, if you were in the early stages of pregnancy, you're just going to want to avoid it altogether because it does hold some emmenagogue effects and it can therefore stimulate menses. And you're also going to want to avoid it if you are on any type of high blood pressure medication. So you're just going to want to consult your healthcare professionals to just make sure that this won't interfere with any medications that you're on. All right. And I just want to remind you, I'm not a doctor. None of what is on this channel is considered medical advice. It is here for education and entertainment purposes only. And it is up to you to consult your healthcare professionals before following anything that I say. And lastly, the ruling planet of hibiscus is Venus. Now, one thing just to kind of take note of that is I just mentioned that hibiscus works as a cardiotonic, helping to support your cardiovascular system, and it's ruled by the planet Venus. Venus rules your veins and venous circulation. It's just something that's interesting to just take note of. Today's recipe came to us from one of my absolute favorite books. It is called The Healing Garden by Juliet Blankenspoor. I will link a link so you can in the description box below so that you can grab a copy for yourself. I definitely recommend it to anybody who is interested in just making more herbal recipes for you or your family. Okay, so how easily this goes together is we're going to start by making a tea or a hot infusion. So we are going to take 2 cups of water, and to that, you're going to want to add 1 cup of dried hibiscus flower. Okay. And then we are going to take this, we're going to put it on the stove. We are going to bring this up to a boil, turn it down to medium, and we're going to allow it to simmer for 20 minutes. And then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so now that our liquid has been simmering for about 20 minutes, we are going to need to take a measuring cup and you're going to want to strain the flowers from the liquid. You'll just see the beautiful color that this has now turned into. And you're just going to want to carefully press out all of the liquid from inside your flowers. And yeah, just be careful because this is pretty hot. So once you have your hibiscus tea all strained and just look at this beautiful deep rich color, you're going to want to add some sugar. So you have a couple different options about what you can add. So it calls for 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup of sugar. So in the book, it was suggested to use coconut sugar. You could use something like a natural cane sugar. I am instead using an infused rich syrup that I made. So this was 2 cups of organic white sugar to 1 cup of water. And in that was also infused some lavender and some rose. So it just smells amazing. So I have half of a cup of this here because, like I said, it is very, very, very sweet. So I'm just going to add this in here. Now, you would definitely add, like I said, your sugar at this point, whatever it is that you are wanting to use. So if you were just using a sugar that needed to be dissolved, you would want to make sure that it was all dissolved at this point. I'm just going to stir my syrup into here. And it's looking like I might have stained my spoon. I didn't use a wooden one last time I made this. That's okay, just something for you to keep a look on. Just make sure that you are not using anything that you don't want potentially stained. Okay, so we are going to move that out of the way. So next we're going to take a large pitcher. We're going to put in our hibiscus tea that we've sweetened. And to this, we are going to want to add 5 to 6, juice from 5 to 6 limes. And I'm just going to add all 6 into mine. So I was looking for one of these juicers for a while. And if we're being honest, I was being a little bit cheap with how much Walmart wanted me to pay for theirs. Check your dollar stores out, because I found this little beauty at Dollarama in my city here for about half the price as what Walmart or Superstore was wanting. It is the exact same thing. Now, if you did want this to be less lime flavor, you could just add less. If you were wanting it to be a little bit stronger, you could just add more. Customize this to how you want it to taste, because after all, you're the one who's drinking it, not me. I'm just sharing how I like mine. All right, so once you have all of the lime juice that you are wanting to add into here, you're just going to give it a little stir. And then you just want to add about 4 cups of ice. And then to that, you are just going to want to add enough water so it comes to half a gallon. All right, and then all you're going to do to have it is I just like to serve it with the ice falling. I like just to use just a little lime wedge, kind of squeeze a little bit more in, and you're good to go. Oh, Oh, that is so good. Okay, so if you wanted to step this up to the next level and make this an adult beverage, definitely just add a shot of tequila or a shot of vodka, and oh, it would just bring this up to the next level. All right, so go ahead and comment down below and let me know what are some ways that you like to help cool yourself down. I'd love to hear about it. And don't forget to hit that like button and maybe share this video with anybody who you think might enjoy this beverage. Consider subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss future videos and we can spend more time together. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram, so be sure to connect with me over there as well. I would just like to thank you for stopping by today, and I'll see you next time.